good morning, good afternoon, or good night to those following along with our story time. We just finished up our first book in our storytime series, Polar Bears Past Bedtime by Mary Pope Osborne. I really hope you guys all enjoyed that. This week, though, we'll be doing something slightly different. Last year, through the help of some very, very kind individuals, we were able to create a book filled with some stories from our very own community. As we get ready for this year's summer program, I figured it would be a good idea to go over some of the cool things that we did last year. So without further ado, let's get into this universe of stories. So, this is All Stories Told by the authors and illustrators of the Universe of Stories. This was edited by Joyce Amsden. Huge thanks to her for helping us put this together. She was there for every single program and did editing behind the scenes as well. Also, a huge thanks to Neil Goodwin for his generous gift to the Royalton Memorial Library, which actually allowed each author to receive a copy of this book and a couple more for the library ourselves. He also supported the opportunity to learn about self-publishing and interact with this whole storytelling environment. So huge thanks to the both of them for helping us put this together. And also a big thanks to the kids who gathered for the just sheer pleasure of sharing their stories and excitement of creating a book together. It's really awesome. Let's go over our introduction. On the following pages, you will find a collection of stories written and illustrated by children 4 years old and older. For children who wanted an adult to write down their stories, direct dictation has been used wherever possible. Children in creative rush can talk much faster than adults can write. I think we know a little bit about that. The stories are grouped together alphabetically by first names, so I hope you all enjoy. Our fourth story is by Addison Gaudette. Some of Addison's favorite activities are drawing pictures, making up stories, and spending time with her grandpa, Steve Bingham. Addison is 4 years old. Our first story is called The Castle. There is a raindrop, a ladder, and another ladder, and a door and a couch. Princess Minnie lives there and saves people. Pretty cool. Our next story is Robot Kitty, again by Addison Gaudette. There is a robot kitty cat. She says meow. There is a carrot, and she likes carrots. And she eats real fish. That's pretty cool. You can see over here, we got our castle story. Pretty neat. And over here, we got a nice little robot kitty cat. Sitting around, eating her that's and fish. That's pretty cool. Next, we have The Hot Dog Sandwich Maker by Addison Gaudette. This is a hot dog sandwich maker. It has to be a clean hot dog. No person makes it do that. It puts on mustard and ketchup only if the person wants it. The hot dogs come down a pipe into the hot dog machine. You don't have to say please or anything. There is no long line. It just stays out there. If he gets tired, he doesn't stay awake. When the guy's done with work, he stops putting the hot dogs in the pipe. As simple as that. There's our crazy, crazy hot dog maker machine. Pretty gnarly, if I may say so. Oh, this is a good one. The Blazing Salami by Addison Gaudette. The blazing salami got hotter and hotter and hotter. This is our blazing salami that's getting mighty toasty. Our next story is by Aiden. Aiden is 9 years old. He likes to play Fortnite. He hates getting shots at the doctor. I don't exactly like them myself. And his favorite food is Chinese. This is The Alien Spaceship by Aiden Gaudette. Oh, it's just a nice little picture. Oh, pretty crazy little picture. We got a cow getting abducted by an alien and another cow that's just not really sure what's going on. I can't exactly blame him there either. If I saw one of my own buddies getting beamed up by an alien spaceship, I'd probably be a little bit confused. Our next stories are by Aubree Poland. Aubree is 9 years old. She likes to dance ballet. She likes to be outdoors and she loves to draw. Aubree's favorite books are the books in the Magic Treehouse series. Funny, I feel like we just got done reading one of those. This is The Woodland Fairy by Aubree Poland. One day, there was a fairy who lived in the woods. You can see, we got a nice little picture of the fairy house right there in the fairy forest. She went into town, but it was deserted. A dragon had scared them away. They were hiding in the woods, and the dragon was not far behind. And he never got them. The end. So after all, the village, evacuated safely, and hopefully won't have to deal with a dragon in the future. Can't exactly blame them there. This is The Fairy and Her Pets by Aubree Poland. One day, there was a fairy and her pets. They went to the bookstore. The bunny loved it. I think this one is pretty cool. You got a little bird, you got a horse reading a book, and a little rabbit. I really like that horse. I think he's just lounging all night. Nice, like looking at that book. That's pretty funny. And she's got quite a few pets too. It's pretty cool. They went to the bookstore and they bought some things. Then they went home. Afterwards, they went and picked up jelly beans. The end. So you can see it's a pretty active group of pets. They went to the bookstore, and they went to another store. They bought some things, which is pretty cool. And they went to go get some jelly beans. Nothing wrong with that. Everybody likes a jelly bean from now and then, I think. Here we have Ballet by Aubree Poland. I love ballet. I've gone through the hard parts, but we've gone through it together. I think that's pretty sweet. Look at that. We have another story on the page called The Fairy Adventure by Aubree Poland. One day there was a fairy. She lived in a big castle and she loved to sing. See that right there? Singing fairy. Suddenly, a horse and rider appeared. The fairy ran down the hill, yelling for help. The Pegasus came at the call. Clop, 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 clop. The fairy jumped on, and they took off. There was a flock of birds flying over the head, and the horse was not far behind. You can see a rider, and the horse appeared, and the fairy just disappearing, and they got a little Pegasus, which is like a flying horse. And they started to just clippity-clop off. Whoa! They flew through the clouds with the birds. Her hair then began blowing back. They landed in a meadow, and the fairy was sad the ride was over. Look at that, they just took off through the air. Pretty cool. And they landed in a nice, serene little meadow. She went into the castle, and it felt good to be home. Look at that. Just chilling in a nice little castle then. Our next story is called Celebration by Chris Demars, which is actually a member of our own library staff, which is pretty cool that we got, the librarians as well as members in our community to come together and put together stories. Once upon a time, a seed was planted in the ground. One day, the seed opened and out came a bright leaf and stem. All the bugs and worms and little creatures who lived close to the ground came out to celebrate. They were very small, and to them the leaf and stem were very tall. See that? Nice little insect critters and coming to celebrate the birth of a new little flower and stem. It's pretty cool. Our next story is from Allard. Connor loves reading, especially the Magic Treehouse series. Starting to see his theme here. And is currently enjoying the number 5 in the Merlin mission. Pretty cool. He also enjoys playing some video games, and his favorite food is tacos. Connor is 8 years old. I like me some tacos. But this story isn't about tacos. This story is about the giant blueberry and the pancake shop. The Giant Blueberry and the Pancake Shop by Connor Allard. Once upon a time, there was a giant blueberry roaming around South Royalton, our very own town. It was just about to get his or her destination when a young boy asked him why he was chasing them, and he said he was not chasing them. This little blueberry running around. He wasn't trying to chase them. He was just trying to get to the pancake shop to become a blueberry pancake. When the other people heard him, they ran home to get their forks and knives. The young boy told the people working at the pancake shop, and they got to work. See, Blueberry's really excited to become a blueberry pancake. It's cannonball! There's the pancakes right in the street too. It's pretty funny. They threw the batter on the sidewalk, and it was so hot. It started to cook. The giant blueberry jumped in, and all the people ate and ate and ate. There was a delicious taste of blueberry in the middle. The end. Well, it's a pretty altruistic blueberry, which just means that he likes to do good things for other people. Yeah, you see, he wanted to become a pancake so he could feed our nice little town. Pretty cool of him. Our next story by Connor Allard is called The Taco Man. Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, there was a taco man that nobody ate him. The taco man was so sad. He jumped onto a plate until someone bit him. He was so happy that he jumped up and down and did his happy dance. You can see, got a nice little taco that just like, I'm a nice food. Why doesn't somebody come along and eat me? And then he's all happy down there. You get a little bite taken out of him. He's a lot happy. I don't know if I'd be happy if someone took a bite out of me, but I'm not a taco. Our next story is by Declan Riley. Declan loves science. He enjoys famous scientists also, such as Benjamin Franklin, who discovered electricity, and Thomas Addison, who made the first light bulb. Declan is 8 years old. This story is called Dragons Love Burritos by Declan Riley. Once upon a time, there was an invisible dragon that ate spicy burritos. And the spiciness got to the fire, and the dragon and the fire got too hot. The fire came out of its mouth, and the fire made a house catch on fire. Ooh. But the people who lived inside the house were gone, and they were happy after. They were happy afterwards. The end. Huh. Look at that. A dragon ate a fiery burrito and ended up accidentally blowing down a house. Well, fortunately, there was nobody in the house, and they weren't too happy to see it go, but they weren't too upset either. The little burritos. Didn't notice that. That's cute. Our next story is by Evelyn Riley. Evelyn loves arts and crafts. As a matter of fact, she has 3 cases of art supplies. It's a lot more than I have. She loves drawing critters and writing stories about them. Evelyn is 8 years old. This story is called The Two Treehouse, Hedgehog and Fox by Evelyn Riley. Here's our hedgehog and fox. Pretty extravagant colors for a hedgehog and a fox, if I may say so. Once upon a time, there was a pink hedgehog who lived in a sparkly pink treehouse. Then, a blue fox came along and wanted to build a sparkly blue treehouse. So he did. And then, he decided he should live in it. It's pretty cool. If I had a sparkly pink or sparkly blue treehouse, I might be inclined to live in it myself. Then the hedgehog came out and said, "Welcome to the fox." And in a while, they started playing together, and then they became friends. The end. You can see the fox moved into the neighborhood, made a nice little sparkly blue house, and eventually the little hedgehog went out to greet the fox. Nice little hedgehog, and soon after that, they became friends. Pretty sweet. Our next story is by Kyla Ouellette. Kyla is 7 years old. She likes to play with her cat, Vester. She hates to take baths, and her favorite food is cake with lots of frosting. Like me some cake. Here's Kyla's self-portrait. Pretty cool. There's her cat, Vester. Pretty cool hairdo too. This story is called Dragon Wants to Draw. The dragon's going, "It's dinner time. Can you Oh, so the dragon thinks it's drawing time. And here we have Kyla giving a book to the dragon. She says, "You can use this and a pen to draw." Dragon says no. Dragon stole all the books because he had nothing to draw on. The person said, "You can use these paper towels to draw on." And Dragon said, "No, it's dinner time," said Mom. Pumpkin wanted something to eat. Then they all had dinner and the dragon gave back the books. It turns out the dragon might have just been hungry, down there looking for some food. He probably wanted to draw too, but he's probably a little bit angry that he didn't have something in his tummy. Our next story is from Logan Shepard. Logan's favorite activities are coloring pictures and riding dirt bikes with his mom, dad, and grandfather. Pizza is his favorite food. Logan is 8 years old, and he is also reading number 13 in the Magic Treehouse series. Quite a good book, if I may say so myself. Yep, I do like that. This is The Egg Planet by Logan Shepard. Many, many years ago, there was a planet called Egg Planet. The people there were eggs. There were many types of egg people, but one day there was a disturbance in the cosmos, and the whole planet cracked, and the egg people launched a UFO to find a new planet. It was years of smooth drifting until an asteroid smashed into the UFO, causing the UFO to break in half and crash land on a planet called Earth. So that's how we got eggs on here. Okay. Well, if anybody ever asks you who came first, the chicken or the egg, you can always just tell them that eggs came from an egg planet and that eggs came from outer space. Makes sense to me. Our next stories are from Moira Ali. Moira is 5 years old. She loves popcorn with movies and having tea parties. She also likes to play in the brook and bring home rocks to her rock collection. It's pretty cool. This is The Firefighting Fairy by Moira Ali. Moira is in her house trying to escape because there is a fire. The fairy is trying to find the house that's on fire. Oh my gosh. See, there's a little flame burning house. Up here we got a fairy that's looking for the house. Connor is jumping the water on the floor to stop the fire. The floor is lava, and this is a different fairy. No. So somebody's taking care of the fire, but it's not. It ain't the fairy. Looks like the floor is lava. I hate when that happens. Floor is lava. That's never fun. Here we have another couple of stories and drawings from members of our staff. Our first one is called Fanciful Designs by Pamela Vassar. See, we got some cool, crazy cool designs right here. I think that's pretty neat. Could probably be bookmarks or something. Our next story is called The Confusing Sky by Alexis Taylor Young, who's another one of our library volunteers and staff members. Bob looked at the sky. It seemed perfectly ordinary, except that the sun was nowhere to be found. Instead, there was a planet, and it glowed red. Bob was confused. Well, you see, that's a pretty confusing sky. No sun, no moon, just a red planet burning red. It's pretty crazy. With Bob looking all confused like, I'd be pretty confused too, probably. Had confused Bobs and confused cows. Some confusing things sometimes. Oh, and here's my story. It's just a nice little picture of a lemonade stand. Day 10,110,010. It's binary. Without any customer, it's really starting to grind my gears. So you have a robot trying to sell some lemonade. But obviously there aren't many inhabitants nowadays, and he's been waiting quite a long time to sell his lemonade. I really appreciate everyone watching again, and another huge thanks to Neil, Joyce, and all the other individuals that came together to help make this project possible. Stay tuned for our summer reading program schedule, where we plan on having some really cool activities. You can find that updated on our website and or Facebook page. I really hope that you enjoyed the making of All Stories Told and the stories in this book. It was a lot of fun to put together. If you can see, here's one of our creative sessions with all of our individuals coming together to create their stories. I just gotta say, it was really, really awesome. It was a cool event. There was a lot of collaboration that went into it. And also, if you would like to learn more about self-publishing, your story, memoir, poetry, watch out for upcoming workshops for the kids and adult programs that the library is offering. Or contact Joyce Amsden herself at joyceamsden.com. She was a huge thanks to getting this brought together. And if you didn't join us in making this book or bursting with a new idea, you can maybe look out for some of our other summer reading programs where you might be able to come and make your own story. Anyways, thanks again for everyone who is following along with our summer reading and storytime program. It's been a lot of fun to do this, and it was a lot of fun to put this together. Huge thanks to all the individuals who put this together and were a part of making this possible. And thank you for watching, and have a good day. Take care.